Okay, and this is at dinner. Y'all saw me in the video cooking. Burning my hands. That's my little gravy. Of course, the steak. Sauteed Brussels sprouts with onions, the cheese, butter, and that nice baked potato Bible. Oh, hi. When did you get there? Hello. Hey, everybody. I'm just coming to do a life update. Later in this video, after I'm done ranting about my life, I'm going to show some footage from the Marc Anthony concert we just went to Friday. It was the best concert. We had so much fun. It was more fun than the Guns N' Roses concert because, as you can imagine, man, as you can imagine, if you're at a concert, damn it, fuck it. If you're at a concert and you feel like you're at an alt-right rally or a possible like situation where it doesn't totally feel safe, you're only going to have so much fun. The guys, the Guns N' Roses guys, Axl, Slash, Duff, everybody did such a great job. Those guys were performing like they were 20 years old. It was a great show. Amazing. I had to leave early because, work. But those guys, wonderful show. The show wasn't the problem. The show was fantastic, spectacular. It was just being the only one who looked like me. And that guy still in my seat. And knowing I can't say anything. I could have, but we still live in the South. And I live in Texas. And even though I live in Dallas, certain environments, just shut the hell up and get in where you fit in because it can really start a problem for you. And the other people around you who don't look like you ain't going to protect you. So, yeah. But this was much more comfortable. It just was a real good feel. Everybody at the Marc Anthony concert danced the whole time. I ain't never seen nobody dance the whole time. They danced. Everybody was so, not friendly. We don't know each other. But everybody, it was just good, warm energy. Lil Bay, he had never been to a concert before. This was his first concert, so I was so happy when I found that out. Like, man, I get to be a part of taking you, to your first concert, so that was fun. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I'm in this kitchen cooking. I made this, it's like just some smothered steak I made. It came out really good. I don't care how good you can cook. You can F up and do one dash too much of that salt, ruined. You can do it, especially if you're in a hurry. So we're having that. Some sauteed Brussels sprouts with onions. And then I got some, don't look at my oil. You can't avoid it. I don't know if you can see that. Some baked potatoes in the oven, which I'm about to burn up in a minute, but they're going to be good tonight. So there's that. So you'll see that footage. And on to the main event, the main topic. Yes, you got the title right. My last day of my job is actually, hold on. My last day at my current job is tomorrow. So barely 6 months, 40 plus, leaving a job after 6 months. Let me tell y'all something. And y'all know this, we know this, we all grown. Nobody leaves a job. Let me try to get a picture. Nobody leaves a job that they were at almost 2 years to start another job and leave 6 months later. So clearly that wasn't my plan. Clearly some things went very wrong for me to make the decision to move on. And let me tell you, with the old job, well, old as of tomorrow, everything went wrong. It just was a mistake from day one. When the recruiter called me, I'm not going to say she didn't mean to lie, I guess, or maybe she did. I'm not going to concern myself with trying to figure that out. But when the recruiter called, she didn't tell the truth about what the job was. She just didn't. She didn't tell the truth about the hours. And again, I'm going to let myself assume that wasn't on purpose, that she was just giving me the information she was giving. I was told, literally, hot potato. Whoa. I'm assuming she was sharing information. It's been in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. I cooked this earlier. When you home cook, you got to put it in 2 parts sometimes. And have a full-time job is not easy. But I believe that she was just relaying the information that she was told. So I agreed to an interview for a job, and I was told something totally different by the recruiter. So I get into the interview, and I'm hearing all this crap that sounds horrible, and I'm like, I don't want this job. This was 6 months ago, or almost 7 months ago. I'm like, I don't want this job. This is not the kind of job I want. But guess what? I'm in the interview. I want to work for this company. It's one of the biggest insurance companies in the world. I want to work for it. So let me put my time in a year transfer. That was the goal. Well, because I couldn't have said, oh no, I don't want that position. Well, you can do anything you want. But I really feel like if I had said, I don't want that position, I'm going to wait till another one you have comes up. I think, in my opinion, it would have blackballed me. I can't prove it. I might be wrong. But guess what? I didn't have the luxury to see if I was wrong. I just had to go by my common sense, intuition, and my own thoughts. And that's how I felt like, okay, you're going to get blackballed if you try to tell them you don't want that position and you'll wait for a different one. So I took it. I took something that I didn't want to take. But if she had said what it was in the beginning, I didn't apply for what I got. I just didn't. And I tried to make it work. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. To the point where for the past 6 months, I've been sick way more than usual. I get sick, but not a whole lot. Really worn out, agitated. I've gotten so many more gray hairs. And this. Just everywhere. I'll get big whelps upside my neck, behind my knee, on my chest, arms, inside my arms, my scalp just itching. And I believe it's the stress, because it that's a new one. Gray hair, more gray hair in 6 months than I've ever had. All of a sudden, all this new gray hair. The other week, something happened. My top lip just blew up. My immune system is compromised because of the stress. So my body's just doing all this stuff. Then 2 days later, it was my bottom lip that blew up. And then a couple days later, it went down the next day. Then my top lip started blowing up. And just these things keep happening to me. And just the stress of the job. And I was pushing through the stress because I was like, you got to get through a year. Then I was like, okay, you got to get to the end of the year. Then, of course, the house thing. Listen, all you got to do is be on the job for 2 years and you can qualify for a house. That's a lot of work, but, that was my last saving grace before I said, fuck a house. I'm going crazy. So, very recently, a week and a half ago, I just said, okay, this is going to look bad on your resume. You got to get out of this. I did so much. I don't remember. I never recorded myself. Me and my sister and my family driving to Fort Hood. Out here, it's a city in Texas, like 200 miles away, to get a military ID so I could be able to work. Doing all this stuff, dealing with all these military bases, getting all these accesses, having to do all this shit simultaneously while actually taking calls. All these expectations while taking calls, and then the stress of the calls, and them listening, which was part of the job as customer service rep. They had to listen to the calls. You just couldn't do anything. It was so rigid. And then every week the coaching and training, that helped me in a way become less taking shit personal. But the coaching and training every single week, being told what you're not doing right, that shit gets old. Getting told, sitting down every week feeling like every week felt like my yearly review. Every week. So I'm not used to that environment. I said it again. I said it before and I'll say it again. Maybe that happens at a lot of jobs. I've never experienced that in most of my industry being senior living. You get a 3-month review, 6 month, and then yearly. And then once you're in for a year, you get a yearly. And if you do some stupid shit at work, somebody doesn't speak to you, you have to talk to the supervisor, whatever. But, this is some whole new level stuff. And after I started getting toward the end when the uncontrollable itching and whelps started on my body. And then when my lips start blowing up. Not the new patches of gray hair. Not the always being sick. Oh, and 6 months, I've had back problems. Back problems started last year. It didn't just start. But it would be sometime. I've consistently had problems for 6 months now. And I get up between breaks at work and I move around, so I'm not sitting for 8 straight hours. I'm moving around, I'm doing things, I'm going to the gym, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. Strangely enough, I have not gained any weight since starting this job. One of my shirts that I couldn't fit barely fits better now. So that's one thing. I would have thought I'd have gotten real fat working from home and all the stress, but no, that's one good side. Saying all that to say, I started applying a little bit on Indeed, a job here and there. And then 5 days ago, I started to violently apply. Like in a day and a half, I just applied to 18 jobs. I really did, 18. And no, that's a lie. 15 jobs. And then I got 5 calls back or messages back. They wanted to interview with me. So nobody wants to interview to death. Ooh. But then you don't want to do certain interviews, get an offer, but then you're over here interviewing with everybody else, and it's a conundrum sometimes when looking for work. So, hold on just a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, I could not multitask. Ooh, that's so good and brown. Oh my goodness. I aggressively applied, got 5 calls for interviews, zoomed in on one because I started looking at the other 3 places out of the 5, and I said, that sounds like some bullshit you in now. You gonna move from the frying pan to a hot skillet? So I did some reviews on this place. It seemed like it's what I've been doing. This is what I should have done. 6 months ago, when I was thinking about leaving my job, working in independent senior living, I should have said, hey, y'all have an opening in assisted. If not, I should have left and went to assisted living front desk. That's what I was planning on doing. And then the insurance place, I'd applied last year, and they kind of called me out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go with that. But that's what I always should have done. I should have looked for assisted living, daytime receptionist. It always comes up. And that's what I do, and that's what I'm going back to doing. So I had the interview with the people who I now work for. I got the call Wednesday for the interview. I called back 40 minutes later. I set it up. Let's go. Interviewed that same day. I felt good about it, but I thought, okay, you're being way too friendly. When I walked in there with those ladies, y'all, I felt relaxed. I felt like it felt home. Well, I'm at home. It's senior living. Of course I'm at home. I always feel at home in senior living. That's my career. That's what I do. So we interviewed, and I was like, damn, I think I got it, but I think I was too friendly. Because you can be professional. You can't be too friendly. Nobody wants that because they'll think you don't know how to act at work. But sure enough, she called Friday. She offered me the job. Well, when she offered it, I was on the clock, but I knew who it was. So I put myself on break, and I was whispering. I was like, hello, hi. Oh, we got the job. I said, I'm so happy. Thank you. But I can't talk to you right now. They're recording me. And she's like, what? I said, yes. The Department of Defense, they can hear these calls. I'll call you back. But thank you. I'm so happy. But, we'll see. And, just because you think the grass is greener, it may not be. And I don't know. I'm just hoping we'll see. The good part, another good thing is, because of this job I have now, and then what I'm going into, because of the amount of money I make, I was able to negotiate almost the exact amount. Like, literally, just almost the same amount. My old job that I was working in January, I was making a couple dollars less. So now I've ended up in a position where I'm still okay. If I had jumped right into another assisted living type senior home, I wouldn't have been making what I'm going to make now. So something worked out of it. A couple things did. My ability to understand that you can do a lot in 15 minutes. Me not taking things so personally. Me more disciplined. So a lot's happened, but yeah, I'm starting. New job, new direction. Hold on, let me cut this off. Sorry about the distraction. But that's what's going on now. And anyway, if anybody's still here, footage from the Marc Anthony concert. Bye. God damn it. I just deserve that. Later. No. Later. I'll see it later. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Yeah, later. Damn it.